is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I am here to talk about and review a film that I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about rewatching because I thought maybe the nostalgia ran hard with this film, and it does. But of course, I'm talking about Space Jam. Come on. Space Jam is a 1996 film that was directed by Joe Pika, however the hell you pronounce his name. The plot, the premise, if you don't already know, simplest way to describe this: Michael Jordan gets kidnapped by the Looney Tunes to play a game of basketball against some aliens because Bugs Bunny and the gang are scared of being captured and put into slavery. So this is for their freedom. As I say this out loud, it sounds ridiculous, it sounds dumb. In fact, it might even sound terrible. But I still enjoyed this film. I still had a blast with it. I had so much fun rewatching Space Jam. This is a film that I saw as a child. I remember my mother taking me to the theater to see this way back when. And it was definitely something to where, if I did think about it now, it's been a few years since I've seen it, so my nostalgic thoughts of it were pretty positive. I didn't know if rewatching it I'd say, oh man, this is really cheesy, or this is really bad, or it's badly acted, or the plot doesn't make any sense. I mean, I kind of did say that for all of those things. It is badly acted by the human characters. The plot is ridiculous, over the top, and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's something to where it's the energy, it's the feel, it's the music, it's the vibe that goes along with this film. It's the fun nature that you just kind of go along and accept. I found myself laughing pretty hard at a lot of the Looney Tunes humor, which shows that I'm just a big kid, or that somehow, some way, these jokes still live up, or still hold up for someone like me. Michael Jordan, I want to say this. The opening credits, where it basically shows Michael Jordan and his actual pictures of him growing up, him playing basketball, and his whole career. It's sort of celebrating Michael Jordan as an athlete, as a celebrity, as the legend that he is, even was at this time. So that was nice to go back and just right off the bat jump right into who I feel like is the greatest basketball player of all time. I'm sure nowadays you have more debate on that, but I still feel like, yeah, Jordan was the man. And so it makes sense to kind of have this movie focus on him or center around him, even though he was playing baseball at the time. So I love that they even worked that into the script, into the story, that he's currently playing baseball. He's not doing that great in baseball, and even his kids and even himself make sort of sly comments over how this just really isn't going well, that he should probably go back to basketball, self-aware. The problem is that Michael Jordan just isn't a good actor. He's not. It's not even like there's moments when he's okay. No, he's pretty much bad all the way through, just as far as the way he delivers his lines, just as far as him not having much or any charisma at all. He's not really somebody that you care to follow, other than the fact that he's Michael Jordan. There's nothing interesting about him. You don't really get any real dynamic of him and his kids, or him and his wife, or him as a person. It's just like, hey, it's Michael Jordan. That's all you really need. There are scenes where it's like, ooh, him delivering, what's going on here? Like, you were just kidnapped into a golf hole, and you're seeing cartoons in front of you, and he has virtually no surprise reaction. He's just sort of going along. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not an actor. He's not like a trained actor. He just kind of was thrown into this. And to have to act against green screen, nothing but green screen, and nothing was really there in front of him, that can't be easy. That's got to be hard, especially for somebody who doesn't act. So I'm not beating him up too much. I definitely understand that this must have sucked to shoot for him, but still, it's noticeable, so I couldn't not talk about it. I think what makes this movie work the most, though, is how much fun the Looney Tunes characters are. Obviously, Bugs Bunny is in there, and he's the one that's front and center. He has a lot of great material, but you have characters like Tweety Bird, Elmer Fudd, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig. Like, they just kind of have their own little moments and bits where they just made me laugh. They had me going. It almost made me miss when I used to watch Looney Tunes as a child and watch those episodes on TV. I mean, I haven't done that in God knows how long, and I know that they have a new version of them, of a show that's out, and I haven't seen that either, but this made me go like, yeah, I like these characters. Hell, even Pepe Le Pew, who I know has had so much controversy lately and has virtually been canceled, which is ridiculous. If you see how he was used in this film, he doesn't comment on any of the female characters. He's not really used to, quote, harass anyone. He's here, he has like one line, and then later on he's used to spray his skunk spray on one of the Monstars, and then that's it. It was good, it was quick, it was easy. I sat there and thought, why won't they just use him like this from now on? If people have issue with the whole being a predator or however they want to phrase all that stuff was, okay, fine. I'm not going to really argue too hard on it, but there's no reason why we can't use the character in the exact same way that they used him here. And come on, Lola Bunny showing up in her short shorts and talking the way that she does. Yeah, she doesn't like to be called doll, which is amusing, but I found myself feeling very confused and very upset with myself that I was having any sort of attraction to a cartoon character, never mind a bunny. But there you go, you have to have somebody for Bugs Bunny to fall for. The Monstars, I love how they show up at the beginning, and they're small, they're petite, they're non-threatening, they don't take them seriously at all. And then they go and they steal the talent of 5 basketball players. Some of these basketball players, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, some people that it helps bring me back to that 90s period when I was a kid, when I did have that nostalgic stuff of seeing these athletes or celebrities just around in the media or in the public. It was cool to be brought back and seeing guys like that, even though their acting was even worse than Michael Jordan, if you can believe that. The couple scenes where, I mean, I like Charles Barkley in general, but man, pretty rough in a couple of scenes. Larry Bird had a couple of moments that I thought were actually amusing. He's probably the best actor out of the basketball people. But some of the other actors, you have Wayne Knight, who plays, I believe, Michael Jordan's like assistant or his handler, whatever he is. But he was quite comical. The fact that his first reaction to Michael being put into the golf hole wasn't, holy crap, what did I just see? It was, hey, Mike, you need to get out of that hole because you have a big game coming up tomorrow. Like, nobody really cares how they find out that Looney Tunes characters really exist. No one's really shocked. No one's really in awe of it. You just kind of are like, oh yeah, sure, there's Bugs Bunny. It's not a big deal. It's not even a moment that gets blinked at anymore. Bill Murray, too. He has a couple of scenes here, and his involvement in the end game was very, very funny. But my favorite part of this movie, everything that I just named, yeah, sure, you have the characters that some people think are over the top, or if you think they're annoying, or if you think they're this and that, if you think maybe the jokes don't hold up as well. This soundtrack is amazing. It's one of the best movie soundtracks ever. The soundtrack alone had me in a good mood from the beginning. You had songs like from Seal, who I forgot he was even on the soundtrack. I was just thinking about how he's on the Batman Forever soundtrack. This is like back to back. Seal was the go-to guy to have in your soundtrack in the 90s. Also, Quad City DJ, their Space Jam song here is so catchy, so fun. It's repetitive, but again, it's fun. And R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. It's such a good song. It really is, and it's inspirational and it's nice and all this stuff. But I can't help but think of all the bad things about R. Kelly. Like, I can't listen to his music and not think of him doing some of those effed up things that we all know that he's been accused of now. All in all, this movie breezed by. I swear we got to the end basketball game and it felt like 20 minutes. You know, this movie flew by. It's only, I think, an hour and a half, but again, it's fun. You're able to watch it with your brain off. I'm not saying, you know, you're going to be smart after watching it, but I'm saying that it's fun. It's fun. Lighten up if you haven't seen it, if you didn't grow up on it like I did. I still enjoy Space Jam, the original. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Space Jam? Did you grow up on it as well? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you think it's not good, it doesn't hold up, etc.? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making it killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show them love. I'm not the one that's at risk. My homie told me that when people rise up against you, it's a sign of your destiny real. Fake ones been hating cause they know that one day you're making it. Jealousy's all they can feel. Plugging the full.